Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Destiny video. Today the Jedi Trials revealed a few more spoilers for Way of the Force. There'll be a link in the description below to where you can check out the Jedi Trials. We're just going to dive right into the cards, just going to give my thoughts on them really quick. So first card up here is Way of the Dark, one resource, neutral villain event. I said neutral gray. Anyway, neutral villain event. Choose one of your defeated character's dice and roll it into your pool. Set that die aside after it is resolved or removed. So normally, without an event like this, character gets defeated, you're unable to use those dice again at all throughout the game. This, you pay one, you get to roll one of those dice back in, and possibly resolve it if your opponent doesn't mitigate it. This could be huge. So, like, let's say you're playing Vader, and they defeat your Vader, and then all you have left is a non-unique character that doesn't really do a whole lot of damage or anything like that. You can pay one resource, play Way of the Dark, roll Vader's die back into the pool, and then resolve it. So you can do this up to 2 times. So you include two of these in your deck, unless they have other ways to reuse these events out of your discard pile. But pay one resource, roll the die in, and possibly resolve it. So could work really well on a character that has just like a lot of like high damage sides, or has a really powerful special, or something like that. So get a second use out of one of those characters' dice, and then possibly resolve it. Really interesting effect. So that is Way of the Dark. We're going to move into our next card. And next up, we have Way of the Light, one resource, neutral hero event, remove a non-hero die. So pay one resource, you can remove a villain die or a neutral die. Really interesting effect here because a lot of really good weapons in the game currently are neutral. So like X8 Night Snipers, Holdout Blasters, um, what is it? Ancient Lightsaber, things like that can be removed with Way of the Light. I can see this card being a really good pick in draft. So in draft, you're generally always going to be seeing some neutral cards or neutral characters. So if your opponents are using neutral characters, you can pay one resource, play Way of the Light, remove a neutral, remove a villain die, and again, one resource to remove a die is a pretty strong effect. And a lot of the really good cards currently are going to be there's a lot of really good villain dice you can remove, a lot of really good neutral cards. The only thing you can't remove of it is hero dice. So if your opponent is just playing straight up hero and nothing and not using any neutral stuff, it just obviously won't work. But a lot of decks are generally going to be running at least some neutral things, and I especially think this could be really strong in draft, where there are a bunch of different neutral cards and dice that are going to be used in these decks. So a lot of the weapons in the Rivals draft kit, the characters out of the draft kit. So Anakin removes Anakin's die, can remove Lobot, can remove Ketsu, can remove the Jawa, and of course, like again, all the weapons in that set are also neutral. So Way of the Light, pretty interesting card, really strong removal, I think. So one resource, remove a non-hero die. That's going to do it for that card. We're going to move into our final card for this video. And the final card for this video is Way of the Force. 3 resources, neutral blue ability upgrade. Play only if you spot a blue character. Attached character is elite. Place a second copy of its die on it. So previously we had training, which only worked with non-unique red characters. It was 2 resources to make a character or a non-unique character elite. People used it to kind of cheat a second Palpatine die into their build, so they would run something like TIE Pilot and Palpatine. They would make the TIE Pilot elite, and then use the cargo hold to move training onto Palpatine, making the TIE Pilot not elite anymore, but making Palpatine elite. This has costs one more resource, so it costs 3, but it's a lot more flexible. It does have a spot requirement though, so you do need to at least have a blue character alive to be able to use it. But then you can turn any character into an elite. So it has that over training, where training was only neutral red, or not neutral, just red non-unique characters. You use this on a unique character, so you can basically, let's say I'm doing my a build with, let's say, the Jedi, what was it, Jedi Sentinel, and like the new Luke or something like that, and something else, I can spot one of those blue characters, play this on Luke, make him elite, or you can make, if you're playing blue yellow, you can make your yellow elite. Really interesting card here. So 3 resources. So it might be a little bit more difficult to play, but you could do something like turn 1 in rage, get the 3rd resource, spot next turn to spot your blue character, and make the other character or even that blue character elite. I do like that it feels balanced with training. So training again was 1 resource less, but it's a little more restrictive. This is the only thing you really need is that extra resource and to spot a blue character. So Way of the Force turns basically any character that's not elite into an elite character. Um, could go really well with Palpatine. So I can see people building maybe single die Palpatine, single die Mother Talzin, playing this, spotting either of those characters, and then making Palpatine elite. So you have elite Palpatine and then a single die Talzin, and then possibly even later in the game, if both characters are alive, you could spot the other blue character and make Talzin elite too. So you can have elite Palpatine, elite Talzin, and then you have Talzin's dice fixing, and they both have range damage, which is really good as well. So that is Way of the Force. That's going to do it for this video. Again, we're going to continue doing these spoiler videos all the way up until release of Way of the Force. It's kind of at the end of next week. So next Thursday, July 5th is the release date. We'll be doing more of these videos in the meantime. Again, that's going to do it for now. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again next time. I want to thank you again for watching, and take care.